Hey guys, Skylar here from Change You Can Wear and Sojourn Fine Jewelry. Today we're making this silver Australian Florin into a size 11.5 ring. Awesome coin. These are one of my favorite foreign silver coins to make. They just look beautiful. So let's get started. The first thing we're going to do is take this auto punch from Jason's Works and we're going to pick a 1/2 inch punch for it. If you haven't noticed yet, 1/2 inch is my go-to punch basically for almost everything except for Morgan's. It is a really good size for most coins that are quarter sized on up to not quite dollar sized. $half for sure though. And this is kind of in between a $half and a quarter. It's more closer to a $half than a quarter. So it'll be a narrow-ish band, but not like stupid narrow. It'll be like 7mm or something like that. Okay. Okay. Take our teardrop mallet. Get it off the punch. Take our deburring tool. I got this one at Wilco, actually. It's a really nice metal one. If you'll see, most of the time I was using these guys, and these are good too. I got these on Amazon. There you get like a pile of blades. The little handle comes almost for free. It's by far the cheapest way, but this one just feels so nice. It's ergonomic because it's smaller. And I still buy the blades from Amazon because you can't find the replacement blades, I don't even think, at Wilco. Or I haven't been able to. I have not ordered replacement blades in, I bet you, 4 years, and I'm almost out, so I have to go order a whole other batch again. All right, we're gonna sand that just to make sure there's no chatter marks, everything's nice and smooth. We don't want it splitting, that's the purpose of doing all that. All right, let's anneal it. We'll heat this thing to a dull red, which is really hard to see because the light's just pouring in, but a really dull red. You don't want to get it too hot. Doing it in a dark room is way nice, but this will work. That's plenty good right there. Now we will grab it and quench it. Now we need a 17-degree die, one this coin barely fits in. This one is a little big, but the next size down isn't quite, it could probably work, but it's not quite big enough. We don't want to damage the reeded edge, so we're gonna go into this guy. And we're gonna fold it. We'll start off with a steel folding cone. You know what I haven't done in a while is a limited tool kit. So if you're just doing $half and quarters, maybe we should do a tool list video that only shows what you need bare minimum to do $half and quarters really well. Maybe I'll do that next week. Until then, we're folding this thing. We're gonna switch to the next size down just to make sure we don't get it stuck in our die. Yeah, if you guys wanna see a video like that with limited tools, we can see limited good tools. Let's put it to that, because I am tired of making videos of junky tools. I did that for a while. It's just not satisfying. If it's worth doing, it's worth doing well. Okay, so that is folded. Let's re-anneal it since we work hardened it, and then we'll sand this edge. I think that'll work. We don't need to Swedish wrap this one. We're going to be going up to an 11.5, and this is small enough already to get there. Put some plastic in between the coin and the ring stretcher. Start to stretch. And notice I'm stretching just a little bit, turning the ring a little bit, stretching, turning as I'm pushing down on it. And that is to make sure the thing is stretching evenly and you're not going to get stretch marks on the inside of the band, because when these expand over and over in the same spot, you'll definitely get stretch marks in those areas. We don't want that. We're making a size 11.5, so we need to stretch this 2 sizes larger than our target, which is a 13.5, which is exactly where we're at. So now what we're going to do, we're going to take a 17-degree die. We could either use one of Jason's dies, or Pepe Tools makes a coin ring die, which is a little bit larger than a regular die, and it has 25 degrees and 17, well, 25 degree on this side, 17 on this side. Let's just use this one actually. We're going to fold it down with a 17-degree die to our target size, which would be 11.5. Yeah, 11.25. I went a little too far, but that's okay. We didn't hit any detail, so. And then we're going to switch to the 25-degree side to get it to curl in a little bit faster. We'll go a size below our target size. Ooh, that was too far. That was too far. That was way too far. So when we go too far, do you think that was on purpose, just to show this? Probably. I wish that was the case. I accidentally went too far. We're going to stretch it back before we start sizing again. So we want it just to be a size below our target. Okay. Which will be a 10.5, which it's about right there. Now that we've done that, we're going to stay on the 25-degree side, flip this thing around, and make the outside match that same contour. And not go over this time. All right, that's that. That works. Let's deburr that inside. There's that sharp edge that's in there. And then we're going to deburr it back to the target size, which is 11.5. Now we'll take a little bit more used up sandpaper and finish cleaning up that cut edge that we, or the area that we just deburred on the coin edge. Gonna make that nice and smooth and pretty. Perfect. And we always do a little bit of deburring on this cut side too. Sometimes it curls in and gets a little sharp. We don't want that. So we'll clean that up. All right, it's a size 11.5. It's good shape. I love the design on these things so much. It's time to throw it in a pickle, clean it up, and then we'll antique it. And this is what the pickle I use. It's Bench Basics Smart Pickle. This comes from Pepe Tools. I get all my, well, I get most of my chemicals from them. All right, we'll leave it in there for, I don't know, 10 minutes. It'll be clean in about 10 minutes. All right, check it out. It hasn't been 10 minutes, it's been like 5, and it's like perfectly clean. It doesn't take long. So we'll rinse it, and then not touch it, but just wipe it down with a clean rag. Don't touch it though. That's the sound of our water being done, being warmed up. So we got it to just about boiling, and we will, that's now ready for the liver of sulfur. So we'll get the liver of sulfur ready now. All right, we got our water that's nice and hot. A couple drops of some liver of sulfur gel. Stir it up. Dump in our ring. We'll leave it in there for about a minute. All right, it's been around a minute. Let's fish it out of there. Make sure we're not using the same tongs that we used to get it out of the pickle, because it makes the liver of sulfur go like nuts. There's a chemical reaction and it ruins the finish. All right, so we have that. Rinse it off again, and we'll dry it off. Got a nice even antique on there now, which is great. Now we'll take some of it off with some 4/0 steel wool. Okay, so just a light touch on the inside first. Does it matter if it's first or last? I guess it doesn't really matter. This is the way I do it though, every single time. Coin edge, nice. Cut side, nice. And finally the outside. Yeah, that's beautiful. Check it out. Let's get some good video shots of this now. Thank you guys for watching, you guys. If you were interested in taking a class, I've really enjoyed having you guys out here. A lot of you guys who've come out and taken a class with me. Check out my website, changeyoucanwear.net, for scheduling that. Or if you want this ring is going to be available. It'll be $125 for this guy. If you want it, contact me through my website, changeyoucanwear.net. Pick it up. Thanks, guys. Catch you on the next one.